If you're in the beauty industry, you're going to want to keep listening. Welcome to Salon After Hours, where the tips are on trend, the gossip is hot, and the advice is cutting edge. Grab your tea because we are about to spill it.
Hello, guys, and thank you for tuning into another amazing episode of
Salon After Hours.
We have a really fun episode for you guys, and especially for the ones that are maybe newer in this industry and wanting to just know how to get through it all together. So anyways, I'd love to introduce our guests here today. We have Ale and Nessa. Go ahead, girls, introduce yourselves and tell us how long you've been in the industry and your Instagram handles.
Hi guys, my name is Alejandra. My Instagram is AlejandraXOBeauty. I've been a licensed cosmetologist almost a year now, and I've been working at 925 since September.
Woo!
Love it.
Hello, everybody. I am Nessa. Nessa X hair or Nessa times hair, whatever works for you. I don't know how to pronounce it. But I graduated beauty school in October, and I got licensed in October, and I've been at 925 for about 3 months now. So, and I love it.
Welcome. We are so excited to have you guys, and we are going to kind of dive into the whole world of what you guys do, how you started in the industry, what other people that, want to join the industry, what they can do, and how they can kind of, join it and follow in the tracks, and whatever insight you guys can share, especially as being newer to the industry, it'll relate to a lot of those people that, are wanting to join the world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want to start off about, I guess, a little bit about you guys, why you wanted to join the industry, and kind of like your schooling and what happened after.
Okay. So I went to Aveda Institute in San Francisco. I started in January of 2023, and my schooling was fun. It was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my classmates will say it was interesting as well.
Okay.
I did 1,500 hours at Aveda, and I graduated last March. And then I think being into the industry, I always loved it.
Yeah.
I've always admired everybody. I've always followed my mom to the hair salon, and I'm like, oh, I love this.
Uh-huh.
There's pictures of me and playing with bleach and having hot pink hair. That was an era.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I've always been interested, but I never really I wasn't sure if I wanted to pursue it.
Mm-hmm.
But I always had a great support system, which was amazing.
So you always kind of knew that you wanted to do this, and then at some point you just pulled the trigger and you went to beauty school.
It was in the back of my head.
Yeah.
It was always in the back of my head. I did go to college for a little bit, psychology, and then criminal justice, and then education in elementary.
Oh,
I was all
okay.
over the place, to be honest.
No, that's okay. I mean, you were trying to figure out what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
She could have been arresting us?
No.
Not with that pretty smile, no.
But my aunt, she's an esthetician.
Okay.
She went to Aveda, so she's like, just do it. Just go here.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever, how to say it. But, that support system was really great and really kind of pushed me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so awesome.
That was nice. It was fun.
Okay, nice.
During beauty school, I was crazy about marketing myself already. I was reaching out to every and all salons, just liking everything, comment everything, just anything to get my name out there.
Yeah.
So that is something that I would definitely recommend, in beauty school. Once you start, just do anything you can. Go up to people. In beauty school, I was going up to all the instructors. We would host after school events or extra credit classes. And all the people that came, I always took the time to introduce myself, extremely active.
Yeah.
I feel that definitely helped get my career started.
Yeah. I mean, I feel nowadays it's a lot of it is connections and the people
Totally.
you know. You know what I mean? That's how you're going to get a lot of opportunities, is the people you know, networking, friends of friends,
Right.
and just so on. So
Absolutely.
yeah, that's really important.
So that's definitely something I'd recommend to people new out there.
And
Yeah.
I will say, as a salon owner, that is very true. I do remember Nessa reaching out to our account quite a few times, even though we weren't hiring in the moment, but her just being proactive, and she was very professional at responding and being punctual and following up. And I feel you don't really get that anymore. So that was great. And then another thing to correlate to connections, Ale here would come and get her hair done at 925.
Okay.
even prior.
I was stalking Brie. I'm
Yes.
like, I will work here.
Yep.
Brie.
Even prior to being in beauty school, she was already seeing one of our stylists and was already active in there and doing all those things. So those things do resonate with the salon owners.
Definitely.
Like, we pay attention. We know it's a very small world, being active, being present, being approachable, being friendly, that all
It's
goes into it
everything.
all. Yeah.
I agree.
And I was going to say that's how we started working together too, because I was a client for many years.
Many years when you were
Many years.
blonde.
I know. No,
So blonde.
I know. Fun times.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about going back. Not gonna lie.
Okay, let's take her. Because if y'all don't know, yeah, we're
Oh my
we're
gosh.
ready.
Oh my gosh, yes. And I was actually going to ask you a similar question, like, as the salon owner, obviously a lot of people are reaching out. So maybe what are things you touched on a little bit, but like stand out for people to do, so they can kind of take that advice when they're looking for a salon home and looking for a job, and maybe what stood out about them that made you want to like bring them on, because obviously a lot of people reach out. We get a lot of DMs about like people just graduating and they're
A
like,
lot,
oh my gosh, like I would love to, assist or to shadow and all of that. So
Yeah, so we do get a lot of inquiries. And if you're not familiar with different structures of salons, we are a rental-based salon. So basically what that means is when a stylist in 925 is looking for assistant, then that's when we will hire. We don't just have like an assistant program necessarily. That type of structure works great with commission salons, which that's not what we are. So whenever we get inquiries, I always just tell people, follow us, stay on our Instagram page, because when the time comes, we will post that we are looking, because we aren't hiring them very frequently. Usually our assistants are with us artists for at least, a year, sometimes two. It's whatever. We customize their training to what they need and what we feel like, okay, they're ready, they're confident to go on the floor, then we will get you guys to the floor. Another thing, we are a rental salon, like I said, so you might think like, why would I work at a salon that's a rental salon when I'm a baby stylist? Well, that's because usually you're with us for a year or two and you have grown on not me, but everyone, to know that like, hey, that is somebody that I really want a part of our team. And I will personally put that hand out there and help them get on their feet, which is very different because a lot of the time, rental salons are like, just cut me a check and, whether you get clients or not, that's up to you. Where I actually care. We want to like, start you guys and like let you guys flourish into that position. So, and every situation is custom to like what they need as artists growing in our industry. So for you guys that are interested in 925 working for us or assisting with us, I would say just stay on our Instagram, be on our socials. We'll reach out. If you're active like Nessa, I would remember her like liking things, commenting on things, even when I didn't know she was coming on board yet, So it's like, being present on places that you really want to work. I would definitely do that because we do see everything. Like, yes, we get tons of like likes and comments and DMs, but like the ones that are frequent, you're like, oh, they're such supporters. That is huge.
You remember them.
Yeah.
Or even like another thing too, maybe like going to the salon and introducing yourself in person. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
Probably go really far.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Funny story. I was working one day and Krista, our lash girl in Pleasanton, she comes in and it was funny because I guess she drove by and then she was like, oh, that's the spot. And then she was like,
this was before she worked.
Yes.
Okay.
And I guess she was like in her like sweatpants and she went home, got full on ready, came back, walked in, was like, hi, is the owner here? And I was like double booked, super busy, but I was like, I'll never turn away somebody coming in that's like interested in working at 925. So I was like, yes, just give me a few minutes. I'll be right with you. So I go and talked with her and she's like, I want to work here. Like I do lashes. I want to rent a room. And I was like, unfortunately, we don't have a room here. Our rooms are all taken, but in Pleasanton, I do. And,
she was at
we
Hayward.
hired her.
Okay.
Yeah. So go in. That's probably a really nervous thing is to go into a place that's super intimidating. But like, you guys don't feel that way.
That
Well, especially
went
at my salons.
so far, because obviously Krista's been with us for a while now, so
Years.
it worked.
Yeah, she's been with us years. Bomb
Yeah.
lash artist.
Yeah.
So it's just funny, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's so interesting to like,
Get yourself out there.
Definitely.
because you really never know. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, the worst thing is they say, oh, we don't have a position at the moment, but you made that impression, right?
Yeah,
They're
you
like,
made a
okay, I
They're gonna
remember.
call you back.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's what happened with you.
Yeah,
Actually,
I
is
was gonna say,
yeah,
like,
you were messaging and emailing. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, yes,
I
we
was
were.
trying to find your email, and I'm like, Karina, like,
Yes.
slide it over.
Yeah, she goes to Karina in our Hayward location, and
Yeah.
you were messaging us for a while wanting to come on to our team.
Mhm.
We didn't have a position, but what's funny is you had followed up so many times, and then I knew that you were seeing Karina.
Mhm.
I literally was like, Karina, give me her information. We are going to be hiring someone.
Yeah.
So
It was so exciting.
yeah.
Right.
I love
So,
that. That's
yeah.
so awesome.
And what's really cute is Ale's story, I think, hits me the best. Is,
What?
Story.
Yeah, is when you told me that you were not even in beauty school yet, but you knew that.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, you can say it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, it's so cute. It's so cute.
It was crazy. I was preparing to be in beauty school, not enrolled in any schools yet, but I knew that I wanted to be at 925
Aw.
since before any like type of
Mhm.
education, before my license, before
Yeah.
my certificates. I knew I wanted to be at 925. Getting my hair done there was like it's like sisterhood kind of. All the girls
Yeah.
are so friendly. It's not intimidating. Most salons are like kind of snarky. Like you can feel the vibe even if you're a client. So it's like I love the vibe as a client. So I couldn't imagine like being like a stylist or an assistant stylist there.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
That's so
and
awesome.
and she is doing amazing at her assisting position with
Okay.
Robin.
Yeah.
Yes. She's taking models. We're getting her ready. She's gonna be getting on the floor. Hopefully, I'm thinking we've been talking maybe before the holidays.
soon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So we've got her
I'm
chair
loading,
ready.
guys. I'm loading. Hold on.
Yeah. I'm loading.
So
No,
exciting.
we have her chair ready. So
That is so exciting. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about after you graduate beauty school, you try and find a salon home, right?
Yeah,
You
what
try
did
and
that
get
look
to
like?
A program.
Oh my
I know
gosh.
that you kind of knew where you wanted to land, but like, talk about like how would that go? How did
Yeah.
interviewing processing go? Like,
Yeah.
what were some like red flags, green flags? I
Okay.
mean,
Oh,
Yeah. I definitely was. I knew I wanted to be an assistant out of school. I didn't want to do like rental. I didn't want to
Yeah.
do commission. I wanted to work on my techniques, my balayage. I want to be a balayage specialist.
mhm.
So I wanted to work a little bit more on that, learn from like a real life salon. So I was interviewing at all these different types of salons everywhere. In the city, in like
Mm,
Pleasanton, anywhere.
yeah.
And a lot of them were like, well, we're just looking for like, we need you working. We need you on the floor. There's like, we don't have time
Yeah.
for an assistant. And I'm like, guys, come on.
I know.
oh wow.
So then, yeah. So my aunt, same aunt that's an esthetician, her hairstylist was looking for an assistant in Walnut Creek. I'm like, I'm on it. I'm on it. I can do it. And I did.
Yes.
It was fun. I feel like that salon was definitely the foundation of my career now.
Mhm.
The owner of that salon was amazing. Shout out. I'm not name dropping, but shout out you. He was amazing. He had a lot of patience with me. And he was kind of directing me and laid the foundation down. It was really nice having him like as a start of my career.
Mhm.
For sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So is that more common for people right out of beauty school to go to like an assistant program rather than the floor right away? Or is it like
Probably.
50-50?
I mean, like,
You
Go
need,
ahead.
yeah.
I
Go
feel like
ahead.
I
You guys
recommend
answer it.
yeah.
being an assistant first.
An
Yeah.
assistant for,
'Cause
okay.
There's just like so much to learn. Like
Yeah.
in beauty school, they just teach us the standards.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like literally, I only knew like the 4 sections for foiling.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
I didn't know how to do it. I couldn't like really even visualize it. Like it was hard. But now being with Brie, I have learned so many different placements.
Mhm.
And I can visualize, what's going on and why I need to tease that way and why I need to do it that way, and it all makes sense.
Yeah.
It's starting to make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I definitely recommend assisting first.
Yeah.
Not like being a renter or working in a commission, because you want to work on your technique outside of school.
Yeah.
You only know the basics of a haircut. You only know the basics of like foils, highlights.
yeah.
You just want to perfect it a little bit more.
Mhm.
Even in terms of like interaction, there's like a lot you need to learn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
No, that's true.
There's like a lot more than just hair that you
yeah,
need to learn.
That's true.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
So how long do you guys would you guys recommend someone, assists before they're maybe ready to go by themselves? Like your guys' answer versus your answer. I'm curious. What do you guys think?
I feel like that's
Someone
kind of
who's like
hard.
currently in it, right?
Yeah.
In the assisting.
Mm-hmm.
what would you feel most comfortable with before you go to the floor?
I feel like I'll never fully feel like completely ready. Like I'm sure when I'm however old, I'm still gonna be like, oh, I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like that's always gonna be there. But in terms of like everything else, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know. Like
It's a hard question.
a couple years. Like I'm not in a rush, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like there's
That's
no
good.
reason to be in a rush. Like I said, there's so much to learn. Especially like working with a salon owner, I get like salon owner perspective as well, rather just
A little laugh.
rather than just like someone who's just renting. So
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not in a rush.
Mhm.
I don't think you should be in a rush, honestly.
No, it takes time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of time, a lot of patience, definitely. And you also want to find a stylist that has patience with you, that's willing to give up their time. Like Robin.
Yeah.
Robin, girl, let me tell you something. You're amazing. You were like heaven sent, I think.
Aw.
She like gives like on her days off, she comes in and helps me with my clients. She's helping me like build my clientele,
Yeah.
perfect my craft.
That's
She has
cute.
a lot of
You guys
patience,
are a
a
duo.
lot of patience.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
She
Sometimes-
truly
And
cares.
she's great.
Yeah.
She's so good.
Like seriously,
So good.
I can't like her patience. Sometimes I just want to look at myself and I'm like, girl, call it a day.
Give me some
But
of your patience.
Yeah, I'm like,
That's so sweet. Aw.
Yeah.
I think that's important because it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, you're never going to stop learning, right? But you kind of just have to make that, move at some point, right? Like maybe
Right.
you're
Yeah.
never going to feel fully
Right.
ready because like imposter syndrome or like,
Yeah.
you're just learning new things all the time or everyone has different techniques even because it's like, I'm sure you've learned different things from Bree than like you've learned from Robin. You know what I mean? Like not everyone's technique is the same.
Right.
yeah,
So it's
No.
like you're just constantly learning and then at some point you just got to make the move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be confident.
Yeah.
Just you got
Yeah.
it. I mean, we all got
Yeah.
it. I mean,
like
Yeah.
I'm learning from two stylists,
Okay.
Paula and Robin.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
seeing both of them,
Yeah.
like their clientele, their strategies, how they work under pressure, how they work in all different types of ways. It's definitely fun learning from both sides.
Yeah. Because I mean, at the end of the day, that makes you more well-rounded too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you're not just getting one thing, but you're getting like multiple perspectives. Then you can kind of put your own flair on it as you get more comfortable and confident, you
Yeah.
know, and taking more clients. Yeah, that's really good.
yeah.
Love it.
I always say, and I say this in all my interviews, I go at the assistant's pace. So I feel like, if you guys pour into it, I'm going to match you. If you're going to half-ass it, then that energy will be matched too.
Yeah.
So it's like as much as you guys want to put into it, I'm game to put into it as well. From my experience, because I've had like so many assistants because I've
Yeah.
been doing hair for 12 years, I will say at least a year. Like it just gives you like a lot of experience in different situations or scenarios throughout the year that I don't even know will dump onto our laps, but it happens.
Yeah.
So,
And then you get like each season too, like being the whole year. So it's like
So
you
at
get to
least
see
a
those going
year.
blonde, those going
Yeah.
brunette, all that.
and
yeah.
a year goes by
Yeah.
So quick.
Oh my
So,
so
oh my
quick.
gosh.
I'm like, we're already in our first quarter of the year.
It's already
I
in
mean,
May. Gosh.
You know,
You're
That's
halfway
crazy.
over.
yeah, and then like comparing on like how the models are going
Yeah.
and like what do we need to perfect, what do we need to work on. That all takes time too. And then at one point, I feel like your mentor or your stylist you're working for will be like, okay, she's getting there. She's almost there. And then your guys' confidence is also going to be like way more up
Yeah.
than when you're first foiling your first head shaking,
Yeah. Oh my
So,
Literally.
so
like as soon as I start boiling, my mind is like blank. I'm like,
Yeah.
Robin.
you're like, I forgot
What do I do?
everything I ever learned. So, it's
That's
like,
funny.
it just takes time. And as long as you're like patient and you put that effort in, your mentor or the salon you're working for is going to see it. I've had so many assistants. I've never had somebody finish in less than a year, actually, like getting on the floor. They're all like at the year mark and then at most a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Before they hit the floor to like have like their own station, because also
Yeah.
we work on building you. Like
Yeah.
like I am a rental salon, so like I'm like we can't just like be like, okay, here's your weekly
Bye.
rent.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let's see how do we have retention? Do we have this?
Yeah.
Like, and then I like help you guys go on. So I feel like it's like a year, and that molds you guys really well. You guys got to see a lot in a year, and then you also want your confidence up. So I have a lot of meetings with them. Like,
Yeah.
how are you feeling? What do we need to work on? What do we, we're never perfect. I'm always learning as well. Still,
Yeah.
there's so much coming out that's new that I have to keep up on. So like this industry, you never get to like your master's degree and bachelor's or whatever and don't stop. Like it continues. So.
Yeah. Wait, so I was going to ask, when you guys are like assisting, how do you then get your own clients, right? Because obviously you're working on like your stylist clients. So do they transition or like how do you find your own?
Honestly, from my personal experience, some of my past assistants, they have gained some of my clients in the sense that the schedule worked better for them and they liked them and their personality. And like I have 5 salons and 2 under 2. So my schedule has changed. So a few of them have gone it with my assistants because it worked better, and that's great.
Yeah, that's super great.
Yeah. And then I would say another thing is they both are really great at posting. So even when they're with Robin and I and Paola,
We're really good.
yeah, you guys are posting, right? They're like showing you like the followers, potential clients, what they're doing every single day with their stylist. So then when they start getting model days, they like those followers, potential clients start thinking, ooh, I want to go see them. Like, and obviously when you guys come in to be a model, like I am there with Nessa as she's doing it. Robin or Paola is there with Ale as they're doing it. So, it's essentially like you're getting your hair done with their mentor because that's what's happening. It's going to come out just as good. And then, then those clients that have seen you guys will now be like, okay, let's book the maintenance appointment, right? And then they're going to love their hair. They're going to tell their friends. And then you guys are documenting it also on your Instagram to your followers. And then you're going to gain more.
Yeah.
So I would say that's how you grow your clients. It takes time. So that's why like you're assisting, let's say it's for a year, and then you're going to have a model days throughout with also mannequin heads in between.
Yeah.
But like, and then you're going to slowly gain you guys clients and little bits. And then you just start widening the days for them. It's a whole like, it's a
whole little
process.
strategy there.
Yeah.
Got it. What are these model days that we're talking about? Can you guys share some insight about what that is, what it entails, all the details of that?
So whenever me and Robin are not working, like the Wednesday or some Saturdays, Robin will have me bring in any type of client, like a balayage, haircut, any blowouts.
And these are just people like maybe personally, or people that found you like on Instagram or something?
Some are families, some are friends. I think I've like had a few of just like friends of friends. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like trying to put myself out there a little bit more. Not gonna lie, building clientele is kind of hard.
Yeah.
It's so
It's a little hard.
No, it's so hard.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
It's so hard.
But you
That's
just
why
have
it's
to,
important to maintain them.
Yeah, you just have to keep kind of pushing yourself.
Yeah.
But the model days are fun. Robin's with me the whole time. Any questions I have, she's like, do this, do that. Sometimes, like, she'll help me do, like, if I'm foiling, she'll help me do one side of the head. And then the other side, she's like, you go, girl.
do it.
You do
Yep.
it.
Okay. So it's like friends, family that you bring in, anyone, whoever.
anyone.
Okay, anyone you bring in, and I'm assuming some kind of like discounted price or something,
discounted
right?
price.
Okay, and then your stylist is there with you, kind of guiding you through it, just so you can do more of that like one-on-one with the client kind of thing. Okay.
And just knowing that if you're becoming a model, you guys, your artist is with your guys' stylist, but you also have to know that like she said, sometimes Robin will foil one side and then Ale will foil the other, and it's all learning, right? So like, yes, your hair's gonna turn out bomb, but you guys are there being models at discounted rates, so they are gonna have questions, maybe some awkward questions in front of you, but that's why you're the model of the day, like to get all those questions out. So
Yeah. I try not to ask.
you
Not,
guys
like,
know what's
dumb questions.
appropriate.
Yeah, in front of the client, because Robin's always like, fake it till you make it. And if I'm like done foiling and
That
in
is
the
my
back,
middle name.
I go to the break room, I'm like, Robin, what was that? But it's been
so funny.
fun.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
you just give the look like, don't ask that.
Yeah. Like,
Don't.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there's just certain things we have to like be appropriate because people can freak out, you know?
we have to
Yeah,
censor
I mean,
some stuff.
definitely. I mean, if someone's like foiling your hair and your stylist is like, "Oh my gosh,
beep."
what is going on back there?" You know, the client's gonna freak out a little
Yeah.
bit. Versus, I mean, the more situations you have like that, you're gonna feel more confident with how to navigate them. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Things happen all the time, so
It's just
that's
knowing
part
what's
of the job.
appropriate. But being a model, you know, you have to know that sometimes there's, you know, though there is going to be some questions asked that maybe you're like, what the heck are they talking about? But it's
Yeah.
like you signed up to be the model, and we're gonna our girls are gonna ask us these questions during
Yeah.
model days.
Yeah.
So.
And how do model days go for you? How many have you done? What do they look like?
I just did my first this week. This week.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
how long ago was that? Yes, this week. And I
Okay.
actually had Michaela as my model.
Uh-huh.
It came out gorgeous.
Yeah, I saw it.
I know. It came out so good.
So good.
And she was the perfect first
Yes.
model for me.
Yeah.
I was able to ask my questions. We
Oh,
were
yeah.
comfortable with each other,
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, Bree was
Yeah.
there to help me. I just needed help with like placement, I feel like,
Mhm.
especially for like the look that we were going for. It
Mm-hmm.
really needed to be detailed and specific. And
yeah,
yeah,
it came
all the
out
things.
beautiful.
Thank
it did.
you.
It came out so pretty.
yeah, it was fun. And I liked being able to like just like think on my own, like in terms of like the toner as well. We've been using
Okay.
Wella more often. So I've been, just thinking of all the
Dabbling.
things. Yeah.
Like experimenting.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it came out like perfect. So
Oh,
I
that's
was
so
really
good.
happy with that.
So you felt like confident,
yeah.
more confident after that.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, doing your
Mhm.
first model
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
What's the like scariest part? You think is it like the bleach and the foiling part? Because I'm assuming, right? Maybe the toner isn't as scary. I don't know.
So with models, or at least we haven't necessarily. I'm not sure if we do take like in the future like box dye clients, but
Later.
Yeah.
And I personally like to do like more sections of models. So this time we're like, okay, we're looking for like face frame, balayage,
Yeah.
partial balayages.
Okay.
Because that's what she's like really watched me on.
Yeah.
Got
And
it.
then, we'll complete a section and then
Yeah.
we'll move forward. So the box dye we will take, but it'll be more in a color correction
yeah,
situation.
that one's like maybe like
that would
Little bit
definitely
later.
be like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
when you really just like
yeah.
You're really praying to the hair gods.
yeah. But that's what I would say. That's
Yeah.
probably the hardest part.
Okay. Interesting. What's the most fun part you think of it?
I'm a yapper. I just love the social aspect.
Okay.
I just
I
giggle.
mean, that's good.
I giggle when I do hair. Like that's it's crazy. Like this is our job.
Like
Literally,
just girls.
Yeah, like it's crazy. And like I'll tell my boyfriend about it too. And he's like, this is crazy. Like you just get paid to make silly little videos.
He says this is crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, but
You're like, I love
But you
it.
don't get it. Like I create. Like this is what
That's
I do,
so
and I
fun.
love it. So
That's
I
so
like the
fun.
social aspect definitely.
I mean, it shows that you like really love what you do. So then it doesn't even
Yes.
feel like work. You know
No,
what I mean?
literally. I'm like, I've been on my feet for 10 hours.
Who's counting?
Yeah.
So you kind of always knew that you wanted to be in this world.
Yeah, I've been like doing all my uncles and aunts' makeup, like nail polish, all the things since I was little. And I've always also been good at it. So when you do something that you're good at, it's like,
Yeah.
it's more fun.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, I
Awesome.
love this industry for
Oh
sure.
my gosh, how
yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you guys both a question. So so you guys are, just starting out in the world. What is your kind of like end goal of where you guys want to be? So we can look back at this video in a couple years,
No pressure.
no pressure, but like what's your end goal? Is it like, to own a salon like Bree? Is it to just, maybe do movies and, TV shows kind of thing? What is your guys' like long-term goal? Have you guys thought about that?
I've thought about it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely a little more later in my career, have hopefully my own business.
Okay.
Taking notes, Brie, from me secretly.
So like to own a salon, you think?
Own a
Okay.
salon.
Own a salon?
Stay tuned.
I'm like, stay tuned. Those are my big plans, my big girl plans.
I mean, that's really
Like a
exciting.
10-year plan, I think. But a 5-year plan, definitely working in a rental, teaching others. I would love to be an educator. Not precisely at a school, like being an educator, but at a salon, kind of like having an assistant, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to have that. I think I would still be, or still want to be a blonding specialist
Okay.
Mhm.
and an extension specialist. That's actually.
For sure.
Okay, I love that. So
I
there's
like
like
that
a couple little of like goals before you get to that big goal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
really good.
I like that. Okay, what about you, Nessa?
I definitely want to be a mother. So like
Aw.
that'll like have to work
Yeah.
on
Yes.
that.
That's so cute.
Well, it's possible.
yeah, a lot of people do it. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean once I do get to that point, like I'll probably like step back a little bit. I'm not quite sure.
Mhm.
I mean, I have a bunch of ideas, but
Schedules do change.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's normal.
Yeah. I also have a passion for makeup. So I'm not quite sure like what that will look like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do need to like build a makeup kit. I know that like takes some time and money, but that is something I'm definitely considering.
Okay.
But
Maybe you can learn from Patty.
Patty,
Yeah,
at
I saw her.
Pleasanton.
Yeah.
She's
the best.
bomb.
I know.
Maybe she can train you, and she can.
know.
You guys can do weddings.
Add,
I know,
add
that's something
another,
I've also thought
maybe.
about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's assistants.
She gets
for,
a
like,
lot.
makeup,
Yeah.
right?
She she gets a lot of inquiries. She's amazing.
I love
Yeah,
makeup as
she's
well.
really good.
Okay,
So you
fun.
can add like another service.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then maybe, I don't know, like possibly opening up my own business. I'm
Mhm.
not quite sure what that will look like, but I've also thought about like having my own extension line, whatever that looks like. I
Okay.
mean, there's definitely some ideas I have,
yeah.
but like I said, I'm in no rush. I have my
Mhm.
time with Bree.
I mean,
I
yeah,
love
that I think it's good to have those like long-term goals, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So then you know what you want to work towards and you guys both have those kind of like little goals throughout until you get that big goal, you know, like adding those new services and those types of things. So that's really
Yeah.
good.
So exciting to think about, honestly.
I know.
I'm like,
I'm just a baby.
It's just getting started, like
I
truly.
know.
But
It
that's
really
the beauty
is.
of this industry
think-
is you can go
yeah.
so many different paths in this
Yes.
industry and like have so much fun with it.
Mhm.
And I
So-
think too, just like enjoying the, you know, the road trip there or the
Yeah.
process
Mhm.
there,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because like you said, you guys are just starting out, but
Mhm.
enjoying all of that, learning all the things you need to learn, you know,
Yeah.
like it never is ending of like different classes and like, you know, new services that are being added on. So it's like there's always something. So it'll keep you guys like, you know, motivated and excited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you guys aren't just
Definitely.
doing the same thing every day. You guys can
No.
like
Yeah,
do
the-
makeup,
it's
you can do
different each day.
Possibilities are
extensions, you can
endless.
So-
yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
literally everything. I mean, yeah, we just on our last episode, you know, in the beauty world, right? We had like a like Botox specialist, you know, so like maybe that's a route too.
I know.
You never know. Like it's
Nurse
all
Liz.
in the beauty industry. So there's just so many different things you guys can do.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies. Well, is there anything else that you would like to add to like baby stylists, new talent, tuning into this specific episode? Like any little piece of advice that you'd like to end it
Share
with?
some wisdom to
Yeah.
those who are like, you know, maybe were in your shoes like a year ago or something like
Yeah.
that, you know?
Well, I did want to quit cosmetology school. I was so close, but I know
You just like dropped it at the end, like
at the end, like I did want to leave.
I don't think that's bad though.
No, it's real.
It's just
Yeah.
like,
beauty schools.
it was challenging, definitely.
Yeah.
I did have, and I still sometimes do have like not discouragement, but in school I was discouraged a lot. I felt like it was never gonna end. I was
Yeah.
never gonna reach my hours.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It takes like a mental toll on you, like the long hours working for free.
1500. I didn't know that you did 1500 either.
Yeah. It was 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Oh my gosh.
In San Francisco.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday,
That's
and Friday.
Crazy.
I was like, oof.
Yeah,
I don't know
tough.
about this one, but it was fun. It ended up working out, and I'm glad I didn't leave because I wouldn't be here.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be doing what I do. I probably would have gone back to like college and change my major so many times again. But it's been fun. I love
Yeah.
it.
And I think that there's like, you know, now that you've gotten past it, you can appreciate that more. You know what I mean? Like all the hours you put in, you're like proud of yourself. You know, like I wanted to quit and I didn't, and I kept
Yeah.
going, and now I'm here, and it's like paying off. You know what I mean? Especially with
Yeah.
every new thing that you learn and do every day. Like it's super rewarding, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like looking at where I am now versus a year ago, it's like,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
And
Like,
that's so good. And
it was
celebrate
amazing.
that. You know what I mean? Like be proud of yourself for those things because that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are doing great.
Yeah.
Nessa, what about you? Any words of wisdom for
Yeah.
those?
Stick with it.
Yeah.
Be nice. Be, just do it nicely. Like, cut.
Think of
my
your words of wisdom.
Like, I don't know. No, I do know. What do I know?
A lot. You know a lot.
I mean, at the
Just
end of the
stick to
day,
it. Like, you got it.
You love what you do,
Yeah.
and it shows. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So it's
definitely.
like it doesn't even feel like it's a lot.
I mean, I'm just being dramatic. Beauty school really wasn't that bad. I got spoiled at my school. Like, my school was really, it was a good school. I mean,
good.
yeah, it was a good school, but just stick with it. Like,
Mhm,
it's only, I mean, 9 months or 8 months, however many months.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a long time, but like, it's so worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and now I'm done with it, and I don't have to ever go back. I can just
I know,
move
that's such a
forward.
relief.
Yeah.
Like seeing my
And-
license, I'm like, ooh.
We did
done.
it.
Oh yeah,
We're done.
for sure.
We're done.
And just like staying consistent.
Yeah, staying
and like
consistent.
yeah, for sure. Well, that's so great. Well, thank you guys so much
Thank
for all of the
you.
This is
wisdom and
fun.
like
This was fun.
experience that you guys shared. I mean, I'm sure this can relate to a lot of people that are wanting to join
Yeah.
the industry and are in your guys' like shoes right now. So I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that because we do have a lot of like we were talking about, a lot of students that just graduated or even in beauty school currently that follow us and like are asking things and DMing us and all of that. So, this episode is for you guys. So
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. So thank you so much, you guys, for tuning into
Salon After Hours.
See you next time.